You know, I've always wondered what green jobs were. Our politicians are always spouting on about how if we spend trillions of dollars of taxpayers' money on net zero, we'll make loads of green jobs. Most of the time I think they're just completely fake. But I think today I finally found a concrete example of how our mad dash to net zero has created some genuine green jobs. And it's all thanks to those toasty Teslas and burning BYDs. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another one of my EV realist videos in which I seek to inject a note of sanity into the mad dash for EVs and net zero. So if you like this kind of content, it'd be great to have you as a subscriber, and don't forget to enable all notifications so you never miss another video. So as we all know by now, when an EV and its 7,000 individual lithium-ion cells decide to thermally run away together into the sunset, the resulting fire is incredibly difficult to put out. The battery contains its own oxidizer, so normal methods of firefighting to remove oxygen just don't work. Lithium-ion battery fires also burn around 2,500 degrees Celsius. That's 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit, which is way hotter than a regular car fire. In fact, that's hot enough to melt through structural elements of buildings, potentially causing collapse. Whether or not the Luton fire was started by an EV, it's likely that an EV became involved at some point, causing that building to collapse. Not only that, but once they are extinguished, they can spontaneously reignite days or weeks after they were put out, which is why damaged EVs should be stored apart from each other and from other vehicles and property. So as a result of this, a whole cottage industry has sprung up around dealing with EV fires. You see, genuine green jobs. For example, here's a company that's specializing in huge water tanks into which EVs can be dumped when they catch fire. They're essentially like a shipping container with the top removed, which can be filled with water and into which the car can be dunked to stop it catching fire again. These guys are clearly no fans of EVs, with one of their posts reading as follows. Picture the scenario: a standard UK-style tilt and slide flatbed recovery truck with a collision-damaged EV strapped to the bed, travelling down any UK high street in rush hour, and the casualty vehicle decides to enter into thermal runaway. Circa 8 feet long flamethrower-type flames start to burst out from around the sills at head height to pedestrians on the adjoining pavement. Well, that's quite frankly terrifying. And here's another company manufacturing vehicle spray devices which are, quotes, the ideal solution for preventing car fires from spreading in multi-storey car parks and built-up areas. And because the runoff from extinguishing EV fires is a cocktail of toxic chemicals which should never be allowed to leach into the environment, they also supply these inflatable booms which contain the toxic soup until it can be taken away and disposed of properly. Evangelists will constantly tell you that internal combustion engine fires are far more common than EV fires, and whilst that may be true, they're relatively quick and simple to deal with. I don't remember there ever being stories in the news about regular cars just catching fire randomly in a car park. Joking aside, all this is a genuine and serious problem. Whilst they may be less frequent than regular car fires, the consequences of EV fires can be absolutely catastrophic, even to the extent of collapsing a building or destroying an entire ship. If our governments are determined to push down this foolish path to electrification, we should be glad that there are businesses out there which are helping to keep the public safe from this new fire risk. And because the demand for this equipment arises naturally from the increase in EV fires, they don't need government subsidies or incentives. Now, isn't that refreshing? So that's just about it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you've got any stories or tips, you can hit me up on Instagram or by email. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.